This is episode 590. And today, get ready, get set, change. We're going to be talking about change. Change in one area of your life, change in all areas of your life. But change is an interesting thing. Change is never easy, especially when it requires us to dramatically alter the way we've been accustomed to living our lives, whether it's a physical life, emotional relationship, whatever that might be. We're in something and we're used to it, and so we want to change it, and it can be very challenging. Leaving our comfort zone, no matter how much we dislike it, requires a combination of bravery and determination, as well as education in that area. So if you're in your comfort zone in a relationship, it's not going well, but you're afraid to leave it because the devil known is better than the devil unknown, then you're stuck there. So it requires some education and courage. If you're in your comfort zone with your nutrition and you're not where you should be, well, this is all I know how to cook, so I don't know what else to do. And we make these excuses for staying within our comfort zone, but you either have excuses or you have results. You don't have both. So if you're unhappy or dissatisfied or want to change certain areas of your life, you have to realize that, that change and that discomfort is going to be a necessary part of it. So, many times we're so desperate to better ourselves. We make ineffective decisions, sometimes expensive, that we feel will produce the results quicker than we should. We're always looking for this quick fix. So if something, we perceive that if it costs a lot, it should get us there quickly. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because, you think about purchasing a costly gym membership and vowing to eat lettuce 7 days a week may sound great, but how long can you keep it up? I mean, maybe a day or two. Gyms, as an example, I think only 25% of the people who buy gym memberships actually use them. The others who buy them have good intentions, but in order to go there, they have to leave their comfort zone. Oh, I have to wake up early and go into the gym. Oh, by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Have to go home and see my family, right? So there's excuses or results. But if we truly, truly want to change, then we make that difficult, and we make that decision. And decision, I forgot the Latin, discern, and it means to cut off. So when we decide, we cut off all other options. A decision really means there is nothing else there. So if we decide to go to the gym, there's no other decisions. We go to the gym. If we decide to change our physique from overweight to athletic, that's a decision. We cut off all other options. We cut off the Twinkies. We cut off sitting on the couch. We cut off all those other decisions, or all those other options. Decisions, when you look up the root word, it's so powerful in that we toss it around. Yeah, I decided to do this today. No, when you make a decision, it's a decision until that goal is reached, and then you recommit to that decision to continue forward. So what we have to do is make sure that we know what we want and develop that plan. And if you're serious about making a long-term change in your life, here are some steps that will help you. These are steps that are very easy to embrace. These are steps that you can start at a high level. These are steps that I work with my clients on. And the steps we're going to go over, they seem fundamental, but fundamentals is where everything begins. You look at the fundamentals of English language, the fundamentals of math, all of it, everything builds on it. So when you're ready to change, these are fundamentals to help you in that process of changing. So the first, educate yourself, right? Educate yourself on realistic time frames, on what it's about. So if you want to change from, country comfort food, biscuits and gravy, to a more healthy food, educate yourself. Get some cookbooks, read some blogs, listen to some podcasts about healthy cooking. Educate yourself so you will know what to do. When we get ready to change, if we're going to change, and basically means replacing a old habit with a new habit, if we don't know what to do, we could say we're going to do it, and then we go about it without the knowledge, and we fail the first day or the first week, right? If you don't know what you're doing and you go to the gym and you futz around and maybe injure yourself or do something totally wrong, you're going to quit. You're going to go, this doesn't work. Well, this is why they have personal trainers there. And this is why they have, introductory classes. Educate yourself in the area of your life that you want to change. If it's a relationship, maybe, educate yourself on communication. Maybe educate yourself on loving yourself first before you get into a relationship. Whatever it is, educate yourself. You can't just say, I'm going to change, and then do it without additional knowledge. Because with you would have changed if you had that knowledge, you would have changed already, but you don't have the knowledge, so you have to get the knowledge in order to change. It's just like anything else we want to do. Again, if we don't know how to do it, we can say we're going to do it, but if we don't know, so I call this, what resources do you have available? Again, we'll use cooking, for example. Do you have really good, healthy pots and pans? Do you have cookbook? Do you have the spices necessary? Do you have the food? Oh, no, I don't. Well, then how do you expect to eat healthy if you don't have the spices, the ingredients, the cookware, and the recipes? Oh, I never thought about that. I was just going to go buy a frozen dinner and heat it up. No, educate yourself. Next one is set reasonable goals. So we want to have our goals, this long-term view, maybe a year from now, where we want to be relationship-wise, financially wise, physique-wise. We have this big goal, this 1 year-long goal, and then we break it down and say, where do I need to be 9 months? Where do I need to be 6 months, 3 months, 1 week? What do I need to do today? What do I need to do tomorrow? And set these reasonable goals, such as, okay, I'm going to set my alarm at 4 o'clock tomorrow and go to the gym. That's my goal, to go to the gym and spend 30 minutes at the gym. Great. Next day is you just spend 35 minutes. Next day you spend 40 minutes. Pretty soon you crank that up and you're there for an hour. So set reasonable goals that will be challenging to do, because if it's easy, you would have been doing it already. So we need to change these challenges, because part of the reward is going through the discomfort. When you reach your goal, you can look back and realize how much you pushed yourself, how much discomfort you went through, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, dragging your butt out of bed, putting on your gym clothes, going to the gym, or going to the grocery store and not even knowing where to buy the vegetables, right? You get lost. You're in the center aisles. How come they don't have any vegetables in the box section? All of those things are going to be challenging to do, but when you set reasonable goals, you'll be able to accomplish them. Plan and track. So once you have your goals, then you set the steps to get to them. And this is why we want to have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, 3, 6, 9, because we can tie all of them together. We can tie all of those goals together, and then we track our progress. Guaranteed you're not going to stay on track the entire time. And if you're headed in the right direction, that's all that matters. For instance, let's just say in a week you wanted to lose 3 pounds and instead you lost 1 pound. Great. You're heading in the right direction. But if you didn't track it, you wouldn't know how much you have lost. And so you may start, so when you track it and going, oh, okay, I wanted to lose 3, I only did 1. What needs to be improved on? Well, I only walked 3,000 steps today. Let me up it to 10,000. So by tracking your progress, you can make adjustments so that you can continue to hit it. But you have to plan those steps, those things that you're actually going to do. You're going to track them to make sure you did it, and then you're going to look at the results to see what worked, what didn't, and what needs to change. Just say no. When we make a decision, we're saying no to a lot of other things. When you make a decision to eat healthy, you're saying no to Twinkies. When you decide to go to the gym, you're saying no to staying up late and watching useless TV. You go to bed early. When you say you're going to be in a committed relationship, you say no to all of the other dating apps or all the other people who are asking you out. So when you make that decision, it has to be no to something else. When you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to others. Sometimes you don't realize it, so you say yes, yes, yes to everything, and you wonder why you're still stuck. Well, by saying yes to one thing, you have to say no to other things. So get used to saying no. Pat yourself on the back. When you have accomplished certain goals, even little things, celebrate them. Write a gratitude journal. Write down your wins for the day. Hey, I walked 7,000 steps and ate 300 calories for dinner. It was vegetables and lean protein. Whatever it is, our unconscious mind loves to be acknowledged and be rewarded. And our unconscious mind is the part of us that's going to instill and keep these habits. So by rewarding yourself, acknowledging yourself, patting yourself on the back, you're working with your unconscious mind to give it a reward so that you will keep doing what you need to do to stay on track. So just keep in mind that change requires a decision and a commitment. And that's kind of oxymoron because they both mean the same thing. A decision means you're cutting off everything, and the commitment means this is my goal. This is my main focus. This is what I'm going to do. And you almost have to look at it as I'm committed no matter what happens, I'm going to get this goal done, no matter what it takes, no matter what it is. And this is where mental strength, this is where grit, this is where resilience, this is where all of this comes into play. And you will notice that you take one of your goals and put this determination in it. How you do anything is a reflection of how you do everything. The first time you step out of your comfort zone, whether it's relationship, finance, or working out, it's going to be easier in the other area of your life. Then pretty soon you're going to have all your areas humming like a 12-cylinder engine, and it's all going to be good. But you need to make that decision and that commitment. And our complacent zone plays a crucial role in part of our change. And if you've ever seen the complacent zone video on YouTube, I would recommend reviewing it. And if you haven't, go watch it again. I go through very specifically what our complacent zone is. Where's our mental line of support, our mental line of resistance? What's holding us there? Our beliefs, our values, our past experiences. All these things hold us stuck into this invisible fence. If you have a dog or see neighbors with a dog, they have these invisible fences and they get a shock collar. That's us. We approach the end of our comfort zone and we get shocked and we backtrack. We need to be able to put up with that shock, step over that line, and become a new person. Small steps are better than no steps. So if you only did 300 steps today and you do 310 tomorrow, that's better than still doing 300 steps. So small, continuous, Kaizen, a little bit of improvement every single day. So there you have it. Ready, set, change. If you'd like to see the show notes on this, please visit warriormindcoach.com for more information, as well as other blog posts and podcasts. And while you're there, you'll find out how to contact me for a breakthrough session. And since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.